again until the boss of Babylon fall down. I pray a higher make me bolder.
Yeah, they try to drop me from a fade. Throw me in that ward, but guess who get the praise? How you got my back, and I ain't scared of none. They tryna knock me out, boy, I never run. I'm running for my king, and you can't stop it, man. I'm coming real strong, that you can't ignore. This is spirit battle, so put your flesh down. I'ma ride out on the devil head. I ain't never scared. Watch me square up. Negro, we the people of the Bible. We done mess around and read them scrolls. We the kingdom of peace, let's go. Yahweh got a back, and we the strongest one. With God inside of us, we already won. Greater we see this within us, the heat that's in the world, and ain't no weapon formed against us ever gonna prosper. Your eyes ain't seen, or your ears have heard the things that Yah has prepared for his children. They ain't been determined, man, it's already written in the old covenant and the brick. How to shine, man. Don't we wait for the kingdom to come down for us to die in the sky. In the meantime, gotta keep the commandment. If we say we ain't seeing, we deceive ourselves, in the truth ain't in us, y'all say. Shalom, Mashpaka. Be adults, not children. All these movements against you. Family should be more important. And yeah, for sure, I agree with you. Black lives do matter, but the lives don't. Do we hate the word now? It's too much going on for us to be sitting here trying to put each other down. Double tongue talk. They say black lives matter, then they say LGBT matter more. Everybody claim they got their own truth, so the whole truth they ignore. For the poor to be ignored and the people's blood to be spilled in the streets. No justice, ain't no peace. We scream and still seem defeat. No time to get your own, just appease the one that did the deed. I'm not just here to make you think, I'm here to make you hold your brother and sister. And tell them never give up. Hold your head up. Be stronger to the end. No trouble don't last always. And the sun gon' shine again.
All right, fam. So today I'm going to be talking about these songs that we've been listening to. And not just mine. See, I can't play everybody else's songs on here. I wish I could. But that's what Soundtrack Stories was going to be about. And then I went live and made a mistake and ended the live because it wasn't live. And I wanted to go ahead and talk to y'all. So I didn't know that's how OBS work. It work jam up on time. So I think OBS would be one of the best ones for me at this current time. It kind of like with me, I don't know about everybody else, but with me, it kind of like keep your mind. It's more organized for me, I think. Not saying that StreamYard don't have its good things about it, but with OBS, it kind of like for me, you know, because I grew up around the time. You know, we didn't have computers and all that. We had a tape player, you know, stuff like that, stereo. But the stereos came later on and made CDs. But we used to, I don't know about nobody, but I remember, I'm going to say this, and then I'll get to the next one. I will put a number where you could call in. But for right now, since I'm just not getting started doing stuff like this, I think that I'm finna take it slow. And I probably add the number. If you hear this afterwards or hear it right now, and you want me to add a number to to the channel where y'all could be able to call in if y'all don't want to go live when I'm on OBS. Just let me know. Just write it down in the chat, and I'll work on getting a number for the broadcast. But anyway, yeah, they started us out like we didn't know nothing about all this technology and stuff when we first came, when we was growing up. The main thing we would do, we would go outside and play, we would play with, some of my friends, they had games like, they had an Atari. I don't know if y'all remember that, them Ataris. But that right there, I think them was before my time because I grew up around the time when they was doing Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? And so that's around the time where I grew up. When your phone, when your cell phone looked like somebody walkie-talkie with a backpack on that. That's around the time I was born, but I didn't know nothing about that because I was a real little jitty bug. But we didn't have no cell phones and stuff like that back then, so it was more simpler, And that's why I like things in this format. Also, I was talking to some, it was an artist, and she was doing her live, and just when you're doing your live, people is able to drop what they want to say to you on the live. So on that live, excuse me, she was talking about tapes and saying if people want to tape, tapes last longer than, all this other stuff, so she said she willing to sell tapes, and that's cool. Okay, so that's another question. I want to ask y'all, do y'all want a phone number added to this? Do y'all want tapes where you could go to a website and you'll be able to purchase tapes? And tapes ain't cost that much back then, so it's I don't know how else to price it, but the way that we used to go to the store and buy tapes. So, and it wasn't that much, things that was high back then, it ain't, it wasn't really high. But anyway, we just felt like it was because that's out of the price of the norm. But fam, I'm finna go ahead. I wanted to talk to you a little bit to get kind of warmed up on the live. And I'm finna go ahead and press play on another track, fam. So I want y'all to sit back and relax. This track right here that's coming up come off of my album. All right? So I want y'all to chill out. This track right here is called Dash. Now I'll explain to y'all about the tracks, but some of these tracks I'm gonna let just roll through. But this track right here, I like this track. It got a message in it. Y'all tell me what you think.
I'm trying to tell you to run hard as you can. Never give up. Never quit. Keep going. Keep going.
Dash, 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 dash. I had to get where I'm from Polk County, Florida. Home village, car shows, cat let like the sport. We ain't have a lot of money, so we stayed real close to the cemetery, man. Keep the mosquitoes out the door. Mississippi selling flip, ball dibble, playing dip, playing tackle football with my homeboy. Them. Now everybody wanna fight that we forget how to smile. Too many sell lots in this world, I'm like, wow. Do you wanna be smart or you wanna be hard? It's the devil in the hood, just a tearing it apart. Fearing a home, making more, cause some hearts that got cold. Come together, my people, yeah, on the 4-4. Go ahead, hit the gas, put the pedal to the floor. I help you hold your head, everybody got a pad. If a thunderstorm come, man, stay fast still. If you wanna give up, man, hold your head up and dash, 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 dash. I ain't got it all together, but don't wanna be a rebel. Never be a sellout, not a cane on my brother. You compare to do a mile that we gotta do too. You will never be alone when you're standing in the gym. I just salute to the fathers that stay in their child life. Though your heart was shy about it, we still gotta fight. And my condolences to the mothers that the losses of the daughter in this evil cold world that don't care if you survive. Bobbing and weaving on the fifth cause the rent bill due. Dealing with people talking loud but don't wanna help you. Got DCF at your house cause some same people call. Lies spread across town talking about you like a dog. Go ahead, hit the gas, put the pedal to the floor. I'll help you hold your head cause everybody got a pass. When the thunderstorm come, man, steadfast still. If you wanna give up, just hold your head up and dash, 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 dash.
Yeah. Then next track, next one, fam, next one.
No time shoe here. No time dancing here. No shucking jive here.
Whoa.
There's plenty sisters missing and plenty being abused. But when you look on TV, it don't be in the news. So what we gonna do is we gon' stand by and keep a gender war while watching people die. It's pretty easy to pretend that we figured out, but we can never really push a little baby out. Our sisters been here, my brother, through thick and thin, through the wickedness, yeah, even the same sin. There's no pain on this earth can compare to the way that it feels when the mother giving birth to baby. People trying to fake it but can never duplicate it. It's a whole lot of haters on this earth, fake it, they can take another reason. I don't understand how I'ma make a rape a lady and he spend 9 months as a baby in his mama belly. I'm sorry for the pain and the suffering that you've been through. I wish I could do more but I'm writing this.
Don't you cry.
You got a brother here, you got a hug here, you got a brother here, sister, you got a hug here. Say don't you give up, say don't you give up. You got a brother here, you got a brother here, you got a brother here.
Zesty and they unclean, acting in the character. What you see is what you getting at the mass hysteria. But who the people? We the people. We belong to Allah. I ain't supposed to worship Hamashiach, but we calling on that idol. Says your prayer, boy. She'll lead many to the fire, so that whip will crack a latch up to the shadow. Look, man, I'm sick and tired of waiting, searching, looking for somebody, girl. Danger everywhere. Every time we turn another murder, stuck up in his hellhole, waiting on that chain to come. Gotta do our time, but I wanna be free now. It ain't safe, no place on the earth for getting beat down on the four corner. Many ways, let's pray. This track here ready for the people that be praying for the sheep, people standing for the weak, seeking to lift the weak, who been beat by this wicked system. Although the people of the land of y'all should roll, led captive on the four corner, soon to return. Be encouraged. You got a brother here, you got a hug here, you got a brother here, sister, you got a hug here. Say don't you give up, say don't you give up. You got a brother here, you got a brother here, you got a brother here.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes up to the hill.
Hey, this your boy Trinitel, and I want y'all to enjoy this new video. It's about the nature of God and the nature of the flesh. So I want y'all to just listen to this, be patient, and you'll get the revelation.
Now, fam, this was a track that I had wrote. I gotta bring this up to me. This right here is a track that I had wrote. It was in around 2010, I believe, 2010 or 2011. So you got to know that this track is from, back in the day. So I'm going to say some things. I'm going to say some names in here that a lot of us don't, subscribe to no more. But I just wanted to let you know this is the timeline of this right here. And I got other tracks that's like this one. But I still seeking for your house. I'm finna go ahead and drop this and play this track. I'm trying to control my voice more. And I'll tell y'all, we gonna speak about something today. But, like I told y'all before, something happened with the live and it didn't, I ended the live before I could even begin the live. So anyway, let me go ahead and press play on this track. Y'all sit back and watch the video, fam. I hope that or just listen. I hope that this right here does something for you, because the track was written from my heart back then. So I hope that the track does something for you. Just listen to the words and tell me what you can and when you get the chance, just write down what you think about the track. All right.
God bless you.
Find therefore another law going on in my members, in my body. A war that's going on that can't be tamed. So by the law of the Spirit, I live my life in victory. Different from my mama, Eve, but I gotta eat. I'm still living. Heaven is inside of me, but I gotta see. I'm still living. Never live my life for free, though the suffering. I'm still living. Classified as a son of me. Yeah. Hey, it's hard being broke to get better pay. Rich folk living good, I don't wanna stray. Called dumb in the crowd, but I didn't shout. Fell down on my knees for a way out. I don't wanna be without. I'm a king, God. Paying tithes to I am, ain't paying tithes. Wanna move, I belong in a better place. Every day is the struggle of a long day. 26, still single, trying to get a job. Lord save me, please, to my Father God. It's pretty easy to rely on the drug sale. I don't wanna play with fire from eternal hell. Lord, flush my mind out. I don't wanna fail. Man raped by the scale, but it's still frail. I don't trust a female, I don't trust a shell. I'm resisting by the spirit that's inside me. Being least in beneath, far from my nature. So the words that you hearing is a new encounter. My roots might have slaved in the Alabama, but the owner that I claim shepherds me asunder. My roots did slave, but I'm rapping gospel. Be the God of my freedom, different from my mama. I'm blessed for real, and I can't lose. No grudge in hand, I got blessed fruit. No matter all that I've been through, I stand and free cause I broke through. No death in me, I've been made new. My father's rich if I need food. Even by my mama, eat, but I gotta eat. I'm still living. Heaven is inside of me, but I gotta see. I'm still living. Never live my life for free, though the suffering. I'm still living. Classified as a son of me. Yeah. Hey, good in the city, bout the copper beans. Giving love, so I know it's coming back again. Never faded, elevated, this is not a game. Look, the future full of glamour that I give away. Won't believe any word that the beat say. So it's hard for a speaker with a lot to say. Praying daily to the Lord, even giving way to the poor, my joy till I see your face. Crime rate rising by the day and second. Still starving, counting change, hungry but I'm resting. Never seen the righteous forsaken, the begging bread. Fed daily by the word like the Spirit said. In the spirit I'm richer than Barack Obama. Better days gon' come, but my body wonder. Give my money, I want it, yeah, I deserve it. I won't best till I'm rich, but I won't serve it. Yeah, my father got it and gave me everything. Ain't nobody better than me, respect my name. My roots did slave, kept away from glam.
Everybody originated from the same mother, Eve. We all came out of her. See, God knew what he was gonna bring into the world when he created Eve. Hey, he said, but look, I got a different nature now. About a second now. So now, you see me, you don't see me. See, the part of me that you can see comes from the seed of Eve. But the part of me that is hidden from thee is the part that I give to thee. It's the part of God Almighty, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, best. Now,
All right. I want to give a shout out to brother Dante Alderman and Valentina. She had something to do with that one. And also I want to give a shout out to our brother Thomas. I pulled him aside one day. You know, we was trying our best to encourage Thomas around that time. We didn't have no place to stay, and was constantly being harassed by the police, and that's what they would do. And I don't know if I remember telling y'all before that around that time, you know, we had rent money and stuff, but you know, we had a you know how when you have something on your name, when they had that rent and they say you owe somebody that you really didn't owe. There's a guy, the Social Security office is just having an issue. But, you know, I was working these little jobs here and there, you know, whoever would hire me. So I was working for the, around that time, I was working for the, what do you call that place? It was a place called a pub. And that's where you know, it was a restaurant. And that's where I was working at, you know, washing dishes. And, you know, it's a sad thing. You can run your rent up and pay it. But if the landlord never get the money that you gave to the person that he sent to pick it up, and they, you know, somewhere with white on their nose from your money, from the tenants' rent money, and the tenants is looking like the tenants ain't paying their rent, but in reality, the tenants paid their rent. The person that went to pick up the money for the landlord was just going and sniffing it up. So all the people that was renters with the landlord, they was getting kicked out left and right. And you know, crack is a strong drug. Crack will ruin families. And I'm telling you, man, the landlord sent over that person to pick up that rent. That was the worst thing they could have ever did. Shalom. Okay, brother. Yeah, thank you, bro. Just sit back and listen in the background. Thank you, bro. I was talking about adding a phone line to this right here. So get a family an opportunity to call in. I see on my mixer that I could hook up a phone on there or something. So I'm thinking about trying to incorporate that. But thank you, bro. At least I know somebody listening. But yeah, the landlord stole all the rent. Every dime. So anytime somebody would pay rent, the landlord would send out that person to collect the rent, and they would take that money. The person that was going to take the money, they would take all the money and sniff it. And, you know, my daddy used to be on that stuff. So I talked to the person that was coming to pick up the rent. And I told him, I say, listen, I know you're going to sniff up this. You know, and we tried to get receipts and stuff, but that don't matter to people. You know, it really don't matter. They do whatever they want to do, no matter what. So, you know, how that went, fam. So that's that story right there. She took that, you know, spit all that, sniffed it up, You know, maybe sometimes she would have some kind of mercy on people and give the landlord $200 out of the money and go and sniff up the rest. And sometimes the person would not be in a relapse state and it would take the landlord all the money. But all in all, people was looking like they weren't paying their rent and the landlord coming out there mad at people. But people was paying their rent. So, hey, that's around that time when that song right there was written. That's why we was homeless, not because we had to be homeless, you know, but because we was being forced in the street. And that's around that time before that hurricane came through. So, hey, fam, this next track right here I'm finna play, I want you to pay attention to it because every song that I write is about something that happened in real life. I don't like to write about some fantasy life or some old thug out there on the block. I like to write about stuff that I know happened to me in my life. Feelings that I felt, things that I went through with, things that I learned, you know, hills that I've crossed. I don't like to write about somebody else's life. I can't think for somebody else. I can't feel for somebody else. And when this song right here is over, I got something special to share with you that's probably going to help you and probably save your mind from going in insanity. Listen to this, fam.
I reckon that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Allah higher. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who subjected into the same hope. Go ahead up, pack your bag, I'm waiting on Messiah. No matter where we be, the devil's still a liar. Treachery is in him out, he lie because he open mouth. Now who can make the devil change? Who can make him feel brave? I say this to the holy people, many call, but few be chosen. Also to the God of young, this is not a hocus pocus shocus. So I out of circus, call it till he come my blood wash in the most high sun. Only way got many mountains in our way. Jordan River bound across it, ain't a joy to be hit real low and pay the price. That's why I love her with my life and I be that sacrifice. It ain't another place to go, so you gon' catch me holding on, swing down, sweet chariot and let a brother ride. Though the chief of the sinners, yeah, you right here by his side. Accuser got a problem, so they come to criticize it. With a plate of butter biscuit, you can watch him drunk and drive. Hop and bob, Sam Bo, shuck and jive. Watch you close, cause every time they say you out down the river, a buzzer coming, something die. You better change, cause time ain't running out quickly. No time ain't on your side, and everybody die. Playing with people's mind, you gotta give a count. So folk don't care about nobody, just to bank account. The bubble see what dollar, them one they left that out. I got trauma from my ancestors passed down. They say my English bro, should I keep my head down? I wanna go home, so I gotta vote. I pray Messiah restoration, cause somebody tryna dream of hope. Tap shoes untied, Sambo, shuck a job. Watch how Betty say you out. Hands on the noose, man, slicker than a clear. Quickest tones in the west, better watch your game play a fight. Lot of just that beat the less the be productive. You be standing in the back of line, they look for post-traumatic stress and trauma, man. And look, it ain't no pill for the way I feel. Wild pressure hurt. If we try, is it getting worse? If I make $1 million, I'll be still mourning for my people. Y'all want it equal, but yeah, how was I gon' make a leader? Used to didn't understand certain words in the scroll. You can't make it over yonder if the righteous never see the rap of the most high. Coming in the cloud with the voice of the archangel with a great shout. Many people born to be us, but without the chain playing around what I feel it like I tears. It's a game. You don't like a state of being, man. Switch the bank account, I bet you won't. By so many that it's hurting while you turn. Ain't nobody on the planet that's immune from the rap. I'm the God, Shala Naga, stop a shot, aha, King of Kings, say Yasha Allah. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I put some emphasis on the top. If they say that's not a Bible, say I bar Yasha Allah. We forgot our bloodline and our tribe, Yasha Allah, Shachach Nawa, forgot.
All we wanna do is be free.
Hold
All
on.
we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free. But why these people keep on bothering me?
Why they keep
All
on
we
bothering?
wanna do is be free.
Be
All
strong,
we
Yasha
wanna do is
Rob.
be free. All we wanna do is be free. All we wanna do is be free.
Next track, fam. Shout out to Pastor Kelly. Shout out to all of the family. Yo.
My hands on the plow, Yahweh Shai, coming back, man in the cloud. He is full of people on the four corner. Must have sinned, but the dead got to pay first. We got a warning from the Father made long time ago. Being marked by the nations everywhere we go. Nothing left but a promise from the Father and the Son. Eat the breadcrumbs, like we dogs, but we got you proud with a broken soul in the spirit. Father, heal it. Man, I favor hope over every adversary. I gotta wait, even though it seem a long tarry. My mind tired, but I'm still begging, Father, help me. Now where my mama, where my daddy, I feel lost in the sea of wilderness. Why I'm the black sheep. I don't want to boast of me, cause I ain't trying to be conceited. Pray for clarity of mind, because the devil want me heated. My name and our heritage.
Anya Shachach Nawa. We forgot. Time to remember Yahweh Shai. We woke now. Don't forget to subscribe to We Woke Now channel. And AK Judah did a video last night. I want y'all to go and check that out. I haven't got the time yet to do it, but I'm gonna do it today. Go ahead and check out Brother K Judah channel today.
Inside of the Christian church, who ignore the tears of your people, who see your people crying in the street and begging for liberty and freedom, in a place where they gotta hate each other in order to love this nation. Whoa. Boast is time heals all wounds, all things get better if you just hold on. They say real men don't cry, but that's hard to do when you're looking at your homeboys die. The block on fire and the bootstraps miss. Reading out the Bible, but some preachers won't listen. If I love my family, then I hate oppressive laws. So many companies making money just when you fall down. Yes, for reparations, then they offered us a crack pack. Now can you tell me what that mean? 98 crime bill passed. Tell me if I'm crazy if I look at the sea on the dash. I got a phobia of ships, that's a blast from the past. Praying to the Father, how long will it last? Old pressure make a wise man mad. So tell me why my life is like a 3-meter dash. Ooh, I'ma tell, hop along, Yahweh. Ooh, I'ma tell, Hashemayah, Yahweh. Ooh, I'ma tell, hop along, Yahweh. Ooh, I'ma tell, Hashemayah, Yahweh. Yeah, I was born a young captive in a place called Polk County, Florida. Man, everywhere we live is a block. Because the sins of our fathers, we political prisoners. And I'm begging y'all to make it stop. Spiritual warfare with an outside manifestation, and we curse, debate about a blessing. We done lost our mind with our fists to the sky and screaming, God, why? Swiping, no swiping. If the law done away, then we stuck in each other forever, no redemption. But Messiah said, I ain't come to do away with the law or the prophets, but fulfill them. Yeah, Shia said that we all sin and we all come short of the glory of Yahweh. Prophesied to be gullah, sent to the four corners of the nations in horror. We've been made and do it for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Barakah Tawah, Yasharah, wake up, return back to the covenant of your father. Ooh, I'ma tell, Hapalah, Yahweh. Ooh, I'ma tell, Hashemayah, Yahweh. Ooh, I'ma tell, Hapalah, Yahweh. Ooh, I'ma tell, Hashemayah, Yahweh. Yeah, ooh, I'ma tell, Yahweh.
Somebody in trouble. Alright, fam. Look. Let me explain something to you. Okay. And this happened in my life before as well. And then I'm gonna let the next track drop. I like this track that's about to play, but I want you to hear this. You can only be yourself. And me and my wife was talking about this last night. You can only be yourself, fam. You can't. Some people would like to pretend that they are someone, but my wife told me something, and it brought back to my memory of something that I had to go and speak on years ago. She said people came to her and was saying, came to another sister and told her, be yourself. She said it. She told them, who else is she supposed to be? How do you know if she not being herself? You don't know. See, I could come on here every day and I can express to you myself, but it's up to you to believe what the word say. When the word said, out of the issue of a man's heart doth he speak. That's what Messiah said. I'd rather go off of what Messiah said than what any man say, any person say any day. Messiah said, out of a man's heart do he speak. You hear the words coming out my mouth. Messiah said, out of a man's heart do he speak. This might save somebody from going insane, trying to figure out why is these people keep telling me to be something that I'm not. Somebody was telling me one time, Calvin, your voice sound like this person. Why don't you change your voice to sound like this over here? Because you sound like somebody else. And I listened to the person for a little bit because, back then, if somebody would have said something like that to me, I probably would have, said something. I had to go and repent for what I said. But that day I listened and I say, wait a minute. So you telling me that in order for me to be accepted by people, I was thinking in my mind, in order for me to be accepted by people, I have to change my voice when I'm talking like myself. I have to change. You can't do that. You can only be you. You cannot be in other people's head. They not writing down their thoughts and handing it to you. You're not looking at that person's thought written down on paper and somebody handing it to you. You are you. You can't reverberate whatever. I don't know. Just create some illusion and pick up the brain waves of somebody else and imitate them. You being yourself, but are you being authentic? You see? So a lot of people, they see people, they want to change. But what if that person is being themselves? Out of a man's heart doth he, out of the issue of a man's heart do he speak. I don't know how to be nobody else. I can only be myself. I can't hear nobody else's thoughts, but I can hear mine. Some people say they don't hear thoughts. Some people told me that they try to make you feel like you're stupid. If you can close your eyes and envision a mountain, they'll call you delusional because they're not able to close their eyes and envision something. Some people have claimed to me that they don't have dreams at night. And then there's some people that's trying to stop you from being you because they think that who you are is too great. So they want you to stop being you because they say can't nobody be this kind of person. But maybe you are who you are supposed to be, and other folk need to leave that or accept that. That's on them. You don't have to change who you is because somebody don't believe that you are who you are. And sometimes you could be in a position where you should have been above the mountains. You know what I'm saying? But because people don't acknowledge your greatness, they don't see your value and they push you aside. If somebody never ate grandmama's soul food cooking, And they just continue to say that the food over here at this restaurant that the news is talking about, say you need to be cautious of going over there, but they still want to go to that restaurant. And they always say, nope, black women don't know how to cook soul food. Sorry. That's a lie. But hey, they might not want to go and sit down and figure it out for themselves, but that's on them. Like they say, that's mold plate. That's, that's the mold plate. So what I'm trying to tell you, family, it's okay to be what Yah created you to be. In the book of Job, look it up and read it for yourself. In your mama's baton, in your mother's womb, Yah formed you how he wanted, your mannerism, how you speak, your voice. If you was born with one, if you was not born with one, you were formed in your mother's womb to be you. You had your thoughts, your feelings. You was formed in your mother's belly. Not the person that everybody don't want to, you was formed in your mother's belly, and you was formed by a loving creator. Remember that. Don't let nobody drive you mad telling you to stop being yourself, because they don't believe that the greatness that's in you that they can see is really you. You got to be yourself. As long as being you line up with the word, then you walking in the way that Yah formed you to be. We get out of ourselves sometimes, but that don't mean stay there. That means you got to turn all the way around and start back being yourself again. See, when we get out of line, that means we just get a little tapped up and we get back in line. Remember to be yourself, and don't let nobody make you feel like you trying to be somebody else, because you are you. Family, you got to remember this. All right, I'm finna go ahead and let this next track play. Now this track right here, this track right here, fam, let me let it play. This track I wrote for Alabama. You remember when they were getting down in Alabama? This the track I wrote for Alabama. Nah. Polk County, Florida. My bad. And it was in regards to my brother, my homeboy Jay Green. Excuse me, I'm finna let it play. But my homeboy Jay Green had got killed at the football field. That's all I knew. I went down there because I was up here stuck in and going through stuff with these evil landlords. I couldn't even make it to the funeral. And before I left, I mean, it's so many people that done got shot up in prison, or I haven't spoken to in a while. But before I left from down there, Soap Money, he had got shot. They drive-by shooting in his car. He wasn't planning that. Who plans to get shot up in your car? That's what happened to him. And then Gerald, my homeboy Gerald that I went to school with. One time I heard that he got shot. Then one time but he gone now. So let me give a shout out to Pim Pim down there in Polk County. Bro, I hope you got your head up. Keep your eyes up, bro. And I'm finna pass this along to you if you don't get this message right here. I miss Jay Green, man. So I was thinking about my homeboy, your brother, Pim Pim. And that's why I wrote this track for him, Gerald, and Soap Money. And they did their video together before Jay Green and all them, before death. They did their video together, and it was called In the Ghetto. And I never did get around to making my ghetto version. So here is In the Ghetto right here for the family of the Williams. So let me go ahead and play this because I remember Gerald's last name was Williams. So let me let this play. So let me let this play. I ain't finna cry on this live, man, but It's too many of us going. It's too many of us dying out here. And we need to wake up. All right.
To some that done went on, here's the name of 3 off the top of the head. Jay Green,
Soap Money,
Gerald Lewis.
I
know that we gotta go someday. But somehow we learn to live with the pain that won't go away. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, in the ghetto. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, in the ghetto. In the hood, in the hood, in the hood, man. In the hood, in the hood, in the hood, man. Your turn, Jitty boy, say it for me, man.
Okay, in the project, man, in the project, how I do?
Never met the president, so I ain't never met a real drug lord. 94 crime bill, school to prison, pipeline, mass incarceration. For destruction of a nation, instituted denigration. Why we bear the bank for money, why the church be making billion? Who we be? We so captive, we reject our father and a mother.
But daddy,
Peter popping off early in the morning, man. With some tap water saying it's a miracle. Whoa, my brother out of the gates is a medical. Where them hustle hard for that doula. One try separated by the distance in the time. It was done by the sign to the mind.
much oppression.
North side, south side, east side, west side, every side. There's been a great divide. Guam, Yasharala. In the ghetto, return to the covenant. In the ghetto, ghetto. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, in the ghetto. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, in the ghetto. In the hood, in the hood, in the hood, man. In the hood, in the hood, in the hood, man. Your turn, Jitty boy, let them hear you rap.
Return to the covenant and get some tap.
I'm trying to tell you, we need each other, family. Let's not separate. Let's come together in love.
And now I know.
There'll be many that don't want to do right. Just like on life, like can't get right. Listen, but to you who understand the call, come together, Mashpaka, all of y'all, and repent. Let he that have the ear to hear, let him hear. The children need you too.
So
The
do.
mothers need you. The brothers need you.
Wait a minute, y'all talk about this boy's you.
Click cut Florida. Y'all Guava. Yeah, gonna get you.
Shout out to Clay Cut Records. With Freeze here, Slow Z.
In a time where we all stuck together, Shakara Nara Batan, Shala Anach Nawa Ama. Came from the black womb of a mama. Now born from a regular, though we didn't know our name. Brenda throwing babies in the dumpster cause of bread pipe. Now it's being spread, so we voted for the same light. It's like we hate it cause we born in the perpetual hell of insanity. When will we ever time to dream? Brothers and sisters is beating passports cause they sick of all the drama. Don't wanna go to the gym cause somebody might start thumping. For nothing at the school, learning nothing. And mad cause we said something. Saying loud, man, they say it with your chest, but nobody gon' come unless they call by the one. It's like we're wasting time, but somebody gotta say something. Trapped in these prisons, but my mind is a more than the overcomer. Got the damn king I'm a Lakely member. Why so many wanna be the next gangster on the block with your Glock posted up? Will you stop? Pay attention. Old head trying to tell us what they know. I ain't old, but that money make it hard to let it go. Not so to the next builder, rather be an Allah higher. You know what pride make a leader wanna be a liar, huh? Ain't nothing new, so we looking at the old school. Africa Diaspora News Channel on the YouTube. The K Judah and the Pastor Kelly, to Lee 11, and much more on the mission. I say repentance is the only way for salvation. You know, for slavery, Messiah came to buy us with his blood. Although no money that can pay us for the pain that we suffer. Ain't nothing free, give us what you owe. So many people wanna make it to the kingdom, but they wanna put it work. But they quick to put you in the dirt. Paying bills every 30 days, still slaves. We was born in the land of captivity and being hazed. While we getting murked over red or a blue t-shirt. The block is hot, it ain't opposite. We get it hunted by the wolf in the foster. We locked down in the county jail. And they convicted getting locked in the state prison. Giving free labor to the new slave master. The only place of friends will make it work for when the God for credit to the grave. Are we born to be slaves? Led captive in last days. Every country, you can't pay me to be a cell lot. You ain't got enough. Though like it's hard, I won't settle for a shortcut. Yes, sir. Poet Valentina, that news video, all of y'all, love all of y'all. Mr. Moshe, hey Judah, sorry if I missed any of y'all.
All right, fam. So, I'm going to speak one more thing. I'm going to play a track. I'm going to put these tracks on and they're going to play. I'll be back, y'all willing, but this live is going to stay up. But I want y'all to know, and that was the focus that I wanted to bring out with today, on today's broadcast. I wanted y'all to know it's okay to be yourself. Because, you know, there's been some people, their whole life is that their family did not believe that they are who they is. So they've been fighting this person, you know, striving against them. When the person wanted to do anything, they fought against it. The person is almost like they didn't believe that you had the right to have your own opinion, to speak your mind. You know, I was one of the ones, I received the Bible. I didn't think I was better than nobody. You know, there was a time when I wasn't really picking up no Bible. I wasn't. But I was put inside of a position where I didn't have no option. I didn't have no choice but to pick up the Bible and start reading it. One day, I was 17, and a couple of the amigos, my brother homeboys, them that we ain't friends no more, but they was smoking marijuana. I was around 17 years old, and you know, I ain't never had no marijuana before at that time, you know. So they invited me, you know. They went and got it, and they laced it. I think it was with angel dust. But I didn't know nothing about none of that, you know. So I tried it out, and I didn't like it. I got real paranoid off of it. And I left from there. I was just real paranoid. It was like, it didn't feel right. So I went home and laid down, and my sister was like, Cab, lay it off. Just lay it off. You'll be straight. Just lay down. Chill out, bro. Just lay down. It'll pass over. I called my sister AK-47. That as a nickname. But anyway, so I laid down, and it kind of went down, whatever. But I was still like paranoid about that because I was always raised up that nothing should be able to infiltrate your mind. You know, once saved, always saved, and nothing cannot infiltrate your mind, and all different type of doctrines that I was taught growing up. So when I had hit that, when I had smoked that, you know, I found out that, you know, not everything that you told is true. So I was laying there and amazed. Like it wasn't that I was seeing nothing, but at that time, it was like, man, though. So some of y'all may question y'all faith or whatever y'all believe in other ways, like something else may have happened to you in your life. But with me, that was the time at the age of 17. So what happened after that is, you know, I was still concerned about that. Like, you know, life after I was really thinking like it ain't nothing real. Like everything that everybody believe and everybody is taught. Then I started looking at how black people is treated. It's like this whole world, this whole world is just like, how could some of these people say they atheists, right? It's some people say that they are atheists. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna play no last video. Let me talk to y'all. I'm gonna put some in the background and talk to y'all. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna put some in the background and talk to y'all. But I got you here. There we go. That'll be nice. Put that in the background. Yeah, I'm switching it up today. Gotta switch it up. Alright. Anyway. Y'all help me. So let me scratch this out. There we go. Boom. Alright. But anyway, fam. Yeah. So I was trying to, hold on, they asking me something. So what I was trying to do is figure out, looking at how the world is and how black people, when do we ever enjoy our life is what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was wondering. Can you imagine people that say that they is an atheist and the only thing, because it's some people that is a practicing atheist, the only person that they is concerned with is they self, and they will waste, if you say you an atheist, you sit up and use and abuse people, waste their time if you an atheist. Now I'm not no atheist. I know Yahweh is he real. But for these people that say that they are atheists, I don't understand you. How can you ruin so many people's life? How can you ruin so many people's life if you believe this is all that it is? Shouldn't they be enjoying their life while you ruining it? Anyway, like, it's like our people. And so that's what I was wondering. This is some of the things I was struggling with after I had smoked that stuff when I was 17. And so after a while, I wanted my mama to pray for me. I was confused because I ain't never felt nothing like that in my life. So one day, one night my mama took me to the hospital because I was like, Mom, I can't sleep because of what happened to me, not because I heard nothing or anything. So I said, I can't sleep. Today gonna be the day when I'm finna give a lot of my testimony. Say, Mom, I can't sleep. So what mama did is she laid down. My sister came in the room, Christina. And I said, Chrissy, can you pray with me? And she prayed with me. And Chrissy wouldn't leave the room, I guess, because she was praying. So, my little sister wanted us to come back because my mama and daddy got divorced when I was 7. So our family had broke up. But anyway, Chrissy wanted us to come back and stay. Chrissy was 6 when we left. So what she did is she vouched for Mama I want my brothers, she got us back. So that's why my little sister Chrissy, and she would pray. She came in there and prayed. Chrissy said, I don't know how to pray. Yeah, my sister used to talk. She talked real proper. I don't know how to pray, Calvin, So she would pray or whatever. And so my mama took me to the hospital because I couldn't sleep. Not because I didn't hear nothing. Not because I saw something. Because I couldn't sleep. To figure out what was wrong with me, because sometimes when your children is talking to you, if you're not really paying attention, it might alter your whole life. So what happened is I was sitting in the hospital, and I don't know about y'all ever seen a hospital bed, how the bed, like when you sit in it, it fluff up. And I don't go in the hospitals and stuff all the time, so I didn't know at that time. I've been in there a lot now, but at that time, I ain't want to go in no hospital. I ain't like hospital. I ain't like no doctor. And I stayed away from the doctor ever since I was little. And I'll tell you another day, y'all were willing about the time that I think I died. But anyway, I was in that hospital, just sitting there looking at them. And this is the thing I hate about them Baker Act things. They sit there, and you sitting there looking at them, and you don't know what's finna happen. But they just waiting on you to say, I'm ready to, all right, let's go. They're waiting on something for they can lock you down. So this is what they do. Now remember, if you ever inspired to be anything in your life, all that is weighing in the balance, the time when you sitting down in that doctor office, if you ever inspired to be anything in your life, I want you to pay attention to me. So I was sitting down in there. It's already a stigma on us just being black. Now you're going to have a different stigma on you. So they said you could go or you could stay. You could go to the doctor office, the police. You could go to the doctor office up here. You could go home with your mama. And at that time, when you a little child, impressionable around that time, they taught you in school the police is your friend. Boy, I wish I would have watched more Malcolm X back then. But anyway, they gave a child. They gave, because at that time, according to America, a 17-year-old is a child. So they gave me the ability to choose what I wanted to do with something that I didn't even know what was. I didn't know where that road would lead. I didn't know nothing about no psychiatric ward. I didn't know nothing about the stuff that they do. I didn't know nothing about none of that mess. So what I did is I said, because of the police said, but I think that you might need to go to the hospital. It's a lot of people already got their mind made up about you anyway. And they think they know everything about you anyway. So I said, let me do what the police say. I signed my name on a paper that I should not have been able to sign it on. My mother signed one. And I signed my name on a paper that I should not been able to sign on. I didn't understand that. And they put me in that room. And they started questioning me. They asked me, do you hear voices? I said, no. I said, what you mean, do I hear voices? You asking a 17-year-old that was raised in the hood by their grandmama and by their granddaddy and all of them went to church and all of them saying they praying and they hearing the voice of Yahweh. And you telling me that you as a doctor is going to ask a 17-year-old child, do they hear a voice? And you know what that person believe in because you see them holding a Bible in their hand. But you ask them, do you hear the voice? Well, do you hear the voice? They say, Gio, do you hear the voice of God? I said, yes, sir, I do. I do hear the voice of God. So he said, they writing on their paper. I know what he wrote on his paper. Delusional, hear voices. So if you hear the voice of, I want y'all to look up what I told y'all, religious psychosis. If you hear the voice of your creator, that means that you is a maniac or whatever they want to call you. Okay, do you believe that God exists? This is the questions that they ask me, fam. Do you believe that God exists? I say, yeah. Who don't believe that he exists? He writing in his book. What you writing, sir? Oh, this is just something that we do. We got to do this for all of the people that come in. I say, where is this place? Imagine a 17-year-old. And so what they did, he writing down, he said, okay. And so my mama started to leave. And I wanted to go. I felt like, okay, well, it's time for us to go. Did you know that the door closed? The door slammed. And I asked him, hey, open the door. The door won't open. They wouldn't open the door. The whole time that I was there, I'm telling you, when I was 17, the whole time I was there. So when the doctor would come in, then you had to meet with the doctor. Do you still believe that there is a God? Do you still believe that God exists? So is that what this going to be about? If I deny God, if I deny Yahweh, that means I can go, huh? This is what I'm thinking in my head because you keep asking me, do you believe that God still exists? And if you say, yeah, I still believe that he exists, Shalom, live, live, love, life with Sister Knit, with Knit Yah. So if you believe that Yah exists, so they had me in there questioning my faith. Mind you, I had already had an incident and I was already questioning myself anyway, wavering in between the two. And then you got this grown man in there interrogating a child about whether if God is an imagination. If you receive that he is an imagination, then we'll let you go. And if you don't, then we're going to keep you in here. So every time I would go in there, his line of questioning. So you still believe that there's a creator? That was his question line every day in the group meeting. They would talk about the variety of different GODs. And I'm like, what is these people trying to do to me? I'm telling you. And so one day, I finally got the boldness enough when they pulled me inside of that group. And mind you, I was in there longer than I was supposed to be anyway. I finally got the boldness enough because the man had a Buddha doll and all that sitting up on the desk. So I finally got the boldness enough to say something to this grown man that was trying to tell a child not to believe in the creator of heaven and earth, and then I can go. And I told him, I said, it don't matter what you say about me. I said, you could say I'm crazy all you want to. I might be crazy, but I would be dumb if I listen to somebody like you and set my life up where I'm finna go to the lake of fire so that you could get you a paycheck. You go home. I told him, I said, you go home every day, sir. Every day you go home. You got children, you got a wife. You don't want to explain to me about your life. But every day you go home. And you ain't got to stay locked up in this cage and in this building where you locked in like a prisoner. That was prison. I didn't know that was a part of prison. But every day you got me locked up in this place. And you keeping me in here because I believe in the creator of the heaven and the earth. That reignited me because I had to, anytime in school anytime when I was growing up, anytime somebody tried me, listen, I was one of the ones that I'm going to fight to the death. So if you tried me in school and you think you finna just bully me, I'm finna punch back. If you think you finna spit in my face, I'm going to split yours. That's how I felt growing up in school. Even though I thought that I was sinning for wanting to fight back when somebody hit me, I still would fight back. And then I would go home and be sorry and saying, forgive me, whatever. But I was willing to die in that doctor office. I don't know if a lot of people realize that these people was abusing people in there. Abusing what they say, you got freedom of belief. You didn't got no freedom of no dang on belief in there. Because if you deny Messiah, you can go. If they say you are religious. Now, mind you, when they gave me the Thorazine or whatever that was that they shot me up with, that's when I heard the voices. But before then, I ain't hear no voice. When they gave me the Howl Dog, that's when I heard a voice. But before then, I didn't hear no voice. They induced it. They made people hear a voice. And then they mentally injure you, and they also put something on your name. So now you not only got to deal with you a black person. Now you got to deal with I'm a black person that's a maniac. Think about this. A black maniac. That's what you got to deal with. Go and look for a job now. Good luck. If you believe in luck. But that's what they was doing. So, and you sleeping your whole life away. Your whole youth. You sleeping your whole youth away. And you see your friends. They come in to check on you. You can hear them speaking to you. Man, you can hear your friends. I don't know if they know you can hear them. But you sleeping your whole life away. When you like, man, I want to get up out this bed. But you stuck on that bed. And if you stop trying to take your medicine, the police will come out there with their hands on their assault weapons or on their taser or they stick. You better not stop taking it and get up and want to live. No, you stay right there in that bed where the doctor that don't know what you thinking in your head is telling your family this is what he think, this is what she think. And they don't even realize, if they do realize, they didn't even listen. That this person that everybody think is a lunatic laying in that bed back there in that back room where the family go periodically just to go and see the person that they think is not there mentally. Oh, that's just Calvin laying back there. Whenever Calvin had enough time to get up, Calvin would try to get on the phone and try to call his friends. His friends is going on with their life. But your friend life is held back because people think that your friend is stupid now. And then now you got people that come out and say, oh, mind you, a lot of these people don't know how to put, a lot of us don't know how to put the words in the right place to get people to understand. So some of us just sit back and look and don't say nothing. But the same way, and let me show you something, black people, Israelites, the same way that people were stereotyping you, don't think that it erase just because you go to a doctor's office. Yep, y'all remember seeing that doctor that they had, that they was interviewing, that was very racist? All right. But anyway, that's something I want to leave with y'all, family. So I think that this should be enough for now. And I'm going to play a track for y'all before I leave. I hope that you be encouraged. And to the people that lost a loved one, be encouraged. Be encouraged and know that there is a creator. Don't let nobody on this earth make you think that your creator don't live, that your redeemer don't live. Because see, Israelites been over here in this diaspora all these centuries, and we need some hope. And I know some people say, well, that old G-O and G, whatever they say, y'all need to get with this and do that. If a person ain't got no hope, all your money is worthless. It's just toilet paper. But when you got hope, then life has meaning. So everybody has they role to play. Some people it's gonna help in this area, and some people it's gonna help in that area. And I need to say this before I go, that people need to stop trying to tell people how to be. If a person ain't doing nothing wrong to you, if the person is not doing anything wrong to you, if their personality is a sinful thing for you to see them have, then perhaps it's not them that's the problem. Perhaps you hate your brother or your sister without a cause, and you don't want them to be themselves. You want them to be what you think is better for them to be, because you cannot fathom in your mind that this is how great this person really is. And I'm telling you, a lot of people don't see the diamonds that's in front of them because they don't even know how they look in the mirror. They think that they don't look good. They think it's something wrong with them. And we know it ain't nothing wrong with them, but they looking around at people that look like them, and they say, I can't stand them because I know it's something wrong with me subconsciously. So I'm finna do all I can to show this person that what I see, I think that's greatness in you, it can't be real. All right, fam, I'm about to get off of here. Thank you for coming. Like I promised, here go the track. This for our people down there in Alabama, for standing up for yourself. Ain't no sin to have no self-defense. Shout out to Alabama.
Now, what's the definition of being a kidnapped nation? Look all online, you won't find it. Unless they update it. But they say in 1976, 26 children through the age of 5 and 14 was kidnapped, and that's the biggest one. No more genocide, brother, sister, let us come together like we did in Alabama. Not a looking for no drama, ain't a verse up in the Bible say the sin is self-defense. And even if you push your cat up in the corner, Betty scrap 1 million people just a year that got a shot of euthanasia. Plus 1,000 so-called blacks every year they get that TikTok gunshot. Boom, they be holding some not guilty. Everybody in the whole world that seen it still there. The words sounded like hallucination, like I never did see what you seen me fake. The people get tired, so the people stand up, don't like to fight, but what else to do? Everywhere you go, people want to fight, trying to jab back, so you bust a move. Hard to get respect no matter what we do, but a human being gotta feel it too. School said we ace, but that ain't the truth. We the gullible people that been going through. To be a cell lot, you can't pay me to be a cell lot. You can't pay me to be a cell lot. You ain't got enough. You ain't got enough. You can't pay me to be a cell lot. You can't pay me to be a cell lot. You ain't got enough. You ain't got enough. Somebody born the butter biscuit. Somebody feed the butter biscuit. Somebody love a campaign skin. I said, or somebody feed the butter biscuit. Somebody love a campaign skin. I said, or somebody love a campaign skin. Somebody feed the butter biscuit. I said, or somebody feed the butter biscuit. They told me that's the past. What happened yesterday? Well, everybody want that mass move. They want that joker face. They don't really care. They want their pocket line. But when no sheep and letters get the faucets misaligned. No vote for a sale. I'm sick of wasting time. I tell the truth to my people. Let the light shine. From sea to sea, hear the mystery was hidden. I revealed. And always wonder why my people always get it killed. For the lack of the knowledge, always living in front of the carpet. Talk back to the covenant. How people made a real promise. And ain't no bribe money, bet the brothers stand for something. But got my eyes on them all, that's the prosper for me. Grandma told me if they hit you, better hit back. Now like we gotta apologize if you win track. You learn your fights, lessons at home, but you still black. Grandmama, granddaddy didn't play, now where the switch? Now you can't pay me to be a sellout. You can't pay me to be a sellout. You can't pay me to be a sellout. You ain't got enough, you ain't got. I said if somebody want a butter biscuit, somebody feed the butter biscuit now. Somebody feed the butter biscuit. I said if somebody feed the butter biscuit. Yeah.
Hey, ¿qué hora es? That mean what time it is. And it's Espanol. Wake up, Dr. Rob.
Kwam Ya Sharala.